Now, most teenage boys dream of becoming an astronaut or a footballer when they grow up, but one 13-year-old is already living his fantasy. He's a bone collector. Jake McGowan Lowe first started collecting specimens after finding a rabbit skull at the age of 6. Now he owns one of the UK's biggest bone collections and keeps it in his bedroom. He's also become one of the youngest people to make the Wildlife Power List alongside such luminaries as Sir David Attenborough. Let's see Jake in action.
Right, come this way, I've got something to show you. I found it a couple of weeks ago. Here it is. This is a young red deer stag. The only reason you can tell it's young is because the back tooth there hasn't come through yet, and the first tooth is still a baby tooth. This is the humerus, and usually it'll have a big bit on the end, which is this, when it's an adult, but since it's a child, it's not fused yet. But if it was to live another year, it would have fused on, so it doesn't fall off. When I first find a new skeleton, I get really excited. The first thing I want to do is put it in my bag and take it home and clean it.
Well, I'm delighted to say that Jake and his dad Nick are with us this morning, as are some of the bones, just a bit of your collection. In terms of, so you keep it in your bedroom, how much room does it take up?
Most of the room.
You've just about got room for a bed somewhere, have you?
Yeah.
And what first got you fascinated by bones in particular? Lots of children are interested in wildlife. What is it about bones that really sort of got you going?
Well, every single bone is unique and interesting, and they all tell two stories. One of how that individual animal lived its life, whether it died old or young or had any injuries, and how that species of animal has evolved over millions and millions of years.
It's wonderful, isn't it, for him to have such an interest in natural history, and he's done incredibly well to be included on this list.
It's astonishing. I think we're all a little surprised, but it was, I think when you look down the Wildlife Power List, they've done a very good job of balancing the sort of established stars like Jane Goodall, Sir David, Chris Packham, with the new coming generation such as Jake and Georgia Lowcock and Finlay Wild, all of whom do fantastic work.
OK. Jake, just take us through a couple of your favourites here. This is very large here, so I guess, what's this? Tell us what this is.
That is a vertebrae from a, I think it's a minke whale that was found in Oban, on an Oban beach many years ago.
Did you find this one?
No, it was given to me.
OK, so you'll also collect bones, items that are given to you too?
Yeah.
And what do you sort of look out for? What do you enjoy finding the most?
Probably skulls.
Skulls, because again they tell so much stories. I wanted to show folks at home this one. This was one of the ones that caught my eye. Tell us what this is.
That is our puffin skull.
Yeah, and you can still see the beak on it as well, but of course in the wild when they're alive they have those wonderful colours in the beak, don't they? And what about, did you find this one?
No, it was given to me by someone.
OK, wonderful. Yeah, that's a puffin skull. Do you, I suppose, I mean, you know, kids will swap stickers in the playground, things like that. Do you find that you swap bones and skulls? Do you have any other friends that are interested in this?
No, none at school.
OK. And what's it like cleaning the bedroom?
Yes, it's we're running out of flat surfaces to sort of mount skulls. I think Jake started putting his roe deer buck skulls on the wall, and we're certainly running out of shelving space. But it actually looks quite good. It is a great collection, and it's one that he takes a great deal of care over and has a great deal of enjoyment from.
Yeah, and we're just seeing some of the pictures now. So this is probably filmed with a wide-angle lens, I suppose, and they've just about managed to squeeze into your room. Any idea how many pieces you've got? How many skulls have you got, do you think?
I think I've got about 200 skulls. Wow. And around 3,000 bones.
Wow. OK. We're going to put you to the test now. So this is Name That Bone, or Name That Skull. What have we got here?
It's quite similar to a fox.
Yeah.
But it's got much more powerful jaws. As you can see, it's got a big sagittal crest there.
Oh, right.
And the jaws are actually locked on to the skull. That's a badger skull.
That is indeed a badger. Well done, very good. Is that a small one, do we think, or?
It's a very old one.
It's an old one, OK. And so we tested you on one of these earlier on this morning, didn't we? You got that one right as well, which was the fox. You've got the badger. Here is what's behind window number 3. Tell us what this one is.
It's the smallest deer in the UK.
Second smallest.
Second smallest deer in the UK.
OK.
Don't be fooled by the big teeth at the front. It's not a meat eater. It just grazes on grass. and it's a muntjac deer. You can tell that because it's got the very long pedicles that stick out at the back and stubby antlers.
You can see the horns going, well, the antlers just growing there. So that is the muntjac deer. Well done, 3 out of 3. We didn't doubt you for a moment. Can you see yourself carrying on?
Yes, definitely.
As an adult? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. Folks, thanks very much for coming in and for bringing your collection. Absolutely fascinating to meet you, and good luck and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Thank you also to Manchester Museum for lending us some of their bones. That's it from us today. Charlie and Naga will be here from 6 on BBC One tomorrow morning. Carol will be at the Chelsea Flower Show. Have a lovely day from all of us. Thanks for watching and goodbye.